Episode 7. Okay, Wooly, we hear ya.
Hello and welcome to the Tactics Board. Well, as you can tell from our title, we're dealing with something a bit different today because Colin Parkinson was onto us on Twitter during the week, said, "You're mostly doing scores, let's see some more tactics." And well, it doesn't need somebody with that big a following to get us to change, but we are looking to bring this more in. So anyone who's got ideas, who wants to see different things on the board, tweet me at Action81, we'll have a look, see what we can do. So today we're looking at Dublin's goalkeeping situation, which scores Stephen Cluxton, and his positioning when Dublin are moving. Because this is the first time, really since the Pat Gilroy era, that Dublin haven't played 7 committed defenders. As you can see from the way we've got it laid out here, even the halfbacks, even though we've got 6 committed, they are really given license to roam. Obviously the cornerbacks get up as well, but the halfbacks are the ones who are really given exclusive license in this respect. Now, this means Cluxton's positioning is really important, because obviously Dublin's cover going back won't be the same. So what does Cluxton do? Well, he's not going to stay on his line too much. When the ball is coming back and cover isn't back, we're going to see him come out more. If the ball's in the corner, Cluxton isn't just looking to cover his line. Of course, it depends on the coverage here. Cluxton's looking possibly to advance out. We saw against Mayo he came out about this far in a situation where he wasn't going upfield for a score. That's very different from previous years. Now, what does this do in terms of positioning? Well, in terms of the point of the attack, Cluxton can basically change where he's passing because he can get much further out, much more vision of the field. He's not as boxed in as he would be here. Now, in terms of checking this, what can opponents do? Because naturally for Dublin to get space out, they're playing Cluxton in this role. The one thing they could do is spike their full forward line, forcing the halfback out here, suddenly giving Cluxton a much wider berth that he has to cover, makes it far less attractive to come out this far, really needs to stay in. This obviously isn't going to be working for every team, but a spiking of your full forward, or as I like to call it, the because formation, because it's the upside down version of their force 3 dots, that's one way to deal with it. Now, looking as well at what the inspiration of this is in part from, any of you who had read the Outsider history of the goalkeeper with Jonathan Wilson, or even if you just watch Spurs and see the way Hugo Lloris plays, by coming out further, it effectively means the defensive line can be pushed out a bit further as well. This, in terms of Dublin's attack, is really important, because Cluxton in many respects is the starting point, and I know that markers are everywhere. So what does this mean? It means that when Dublin are getting the supporting attackers going, there isn't actually that much gap between the lines, very tight together, so that when they're tracking back forwards, you still have a bit of a single unit going forward. With transitions, this is really important because you don't want your backs that distinct from your forwards in terms of how they move the ball. We've seen with Kerry's problems this year that transitions are hugely an issue because they have that disconnect. By coming out a bit further, around the 13 line, and occasionally out further, like we said, Cluxton can really dictate this and allow the lines to stay connected. Well, that's all we have for this video, and again, if you've got any suggestions, please tweet me at Action81. Of course, subscribe to us there in the corner with my face, and for now, I've been Emmet Ryan.